Welcome to the grimdark reality of 2025, where AI-generated fake novels are infiltrating the 41st millennium and the Black Libraries fighting a new kind of heresy. Wait a freaking darn damn minute, what the heck is this? Henry B. Cavill? Henry B. Cavill? Like, are you kidding me? They went so far to just use the name of Henry Cavill. I mean, somebody just freaking stop this. I'm so glad I went back and looked at some of these books covers. They're such a bad quality also. Wow. Buckle up as we dive into this bizarre invasion of the Emperor's bookshelf. So I ran into this Warhammer article. The Warhammer 40K community is under siege by an army of fake AI books. And I'm like, what the hell is this, guys? So I decided to go in and dig in to all of that myself. So what is the deal with these books? Wargamer have been sounding the alarm. Dozens of these titles have flooded platforms like Books-Million, Waterstones, and Foils. The covers, you may ask, are pure AI chaos. Think wonky proportions and colors that scream, "I was generated in 5 seconds." What about the titles? Well, they're generic mush, like a warrior fights evil in space. And the lore? Let's just say that the Emperor is rolling in his golden throne. These aren't handcrafted by Black Library veterans like Dan Abnett. They're self-published, likely spat out by the AI tools. But let's read the article itself. So, the Warhammer 40K community is under siege by an army of fake AI books. Dozens of unofficial novels set in the Warhammer 40K universe have appeared on online retailers with AI covers and dubious contents. If you're planning to pick up any Warhammer 40K novels from online retailers, make sure you check they've got the Black Library Publishing logo. A rash of unlicensed 40K books have appeared online across various retailers featuring AI covers and apparently written using AI. What's going on? The books have been on sale since winter 2024 or earlier, with Warhammer 40K fans reporting on them in social media groups as early as December. The books are published under at least 3 names: Tony Bayou or Bui, Uno Nguyen, and Torin Nightflare. Don't forget Henry B. Cavill, your next, your friendly neighborhood chicken nugget. At that time, they were available through Amazon, but all listings on Amazon are now dead. However, we have found listings for new and second-hand copies of the titles on eBay Books, Bookshop.org, Books-Million, Waterstones, Foils, and eBay. Currently, only Games Workshop's Black Library imprint publishes Warhammer 40K, Age of Sigmar, and other Warhammer fiction. Beyond this, Warhammer 40K RPGs are published by Ubico 7. Dorling Kindersley has published the Warhammer 40K Encyclopedia, and Marvel was the most recent license holder for Warhammer comics. Hachette has published a very small number of books alongside its various Warhammer magazines and did reissue many older Black Library titles under a special subscription deal. Unlike all of those publications, these books are self-published, meaning they are not official Warhammer 40K books, and their writers don't seem keen on public attention either. Of these 3 authors, we only found one publicly accessible online presence attached to any of them, a Facebook page for Torin Nightflare. This lists a Nevada home address, a Georgia telephone number, and has a stock photo in place of an author's portrait. The phone number rang out when we called it, and our search of online phone lockup services found no individuals attached to it. Likewise, the email address listed is dead. All our attempts to write to Nightflare got bounced back. Notwithstanding the use of AI-generated covers, BU, Negayan, and Nightflare each published at least 20 books in 2024, many of them explicitly focused on Warhammer 40K factions. That's writing speed that not even the mighty Michael Moorcock could match. The simplest explanation is that the text of the books is AI generated. They could considerably be the work of multiple authors, but that could only have been achieved using volunteers or underpaid contributors, since these books are not bestsellers. In short, this looks like an attempt to use the Warhammer 40K brand to get money out of people who are only loosely familiar with it, such as gift buyers. The fact that books are no longer available on Amazon may suggest someone has alerted the firm to the unauthorized nature of the books. Intellectual property law has a mixed reputation. Most people are inherently sympathetic to artists keeping control of their work, and less so when the IP owner is a large corporation. In the case of these fake books, IP law also acts as a consumer protection. A trademark is any sign, word, or image that is synonymous with a business in a way that is likely to convince a customer that a product with the trademark was made by that business. By using the Warhammer 40K trademark, even if not the official logo, which would be far more obvious, the authors are passing off these fake books as official Games Workshop products, with the potential to harm Games Workshop's reputation and mislead a customer into buying a sub-brand product. Wargamer has reached out to Games Workshop to see if they are aware of these books or have any comment to share, and will update the story with any news. But why are they targeting Warhammer 40K specifically? That's the next piece of the puzzle, and that's a big one. Here is where it gets juicy. Warhammer 40K's never been hotter. Henry Cavill spearheading an Amazon series, the tabletop game's booming, well, despite the woke stuff, and newbies are flocking to the hobby. That's a lot of eyes, and where there's eyes, there's cash. These fake books aren't for diehards who would spot a phony in a heartbeat. They are for casuals or gift buyers who see Warhammer and hit add to cart. Now on Amazon they already have been removed. I checked. But they're still on the smaller sites. Like, take a look at this. Waterstones. Then there's foils. Then there's books million. Like, no one is removing these books, and a books is a very strong word, from these sites. Like, why? Go and do something. Smaller sites, for goodness sakes. These things are so freaking generic, just look at them. So yeah, it's a money grab, sure, but how are they getting away with it when Games Workshop famously protective of their IP? And the community doesn't seem to know. That's why I'm making this video. These books aren't just bad fanfic, they're diluting the galaxy we love, one AI world vomit at a time. Games Workshop hasn't dropped a public hammer yet, but their legal teams are probably sharpening their chainsaws as we speak, hinting at quiet takedowns. Still, they keep popping up like corks for a Speed Freaks chase. So how can we stop this tide of trash, and why is it still there? Well, it seems like the smaller sites don't care, and they might not actually be aware of what is really going on here. I will keep you updated, guys, if I find anything about this. Now, if you want to learn something real and truthful, you can go down and click the link to my non-Slaaneshi realm of, I'm not gonna say what, but it's non-Slaaneshi, it's informative, it's educating, it's supposed to help you, and if you want to continue on your path to true Warhammer 40k knowledge, watch this next.